All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. By the way, I misspoke. The polls close in Wisconsin, yes, at 8 p.m., but 8 p.m. local time. So that's another hour and almost an hour and a half from now. So at 9 p.m. Eastern, the polls close. But keep it tuned right here. I'll be joining J.D. Hayworth and many, many more as we continue to cover Wisconsin throughout the night here on Newsmax Television. Joining us on the panel, Christopher Hahn, Democratic strategist and syndicated radio host, and Jim Hoft, founder of thegatewaypundit.com, conservative blogger and investigative reporter. Gentlemen, welcome to both of you. We haven't touched on the Democrat side at all, Christopher, so let me start with you. Hillary's not even in Wisconsin, or at least until recently she hasn't been, unless she flew there like in the last hour or so. She was in New York. Right. Is she kind of conceding that Bernie Sanders is going to win?
Well, I think the polls show that this is probably going to be a good night for Bernie, but I don't think it's going to be as good a night as he thinks it is. In fact, I'm looking at some of the exit polls right now. I think she's going to do okay. I don't know that she's going to beat him, but it's not going to be a double-digit loss. Maybe she loses by 4 points, 5 points. They'll split the delegates, and then she'll come to New York and she'll crush him here.
Well, I don't know, Jim. You know, Bernie Sanders got, and I don't know who, I guess Christopher would know New York better than the two of you, and I know it better than both of you put together. But Bernie Sanders got 18,000 people to show up to the Bronx a couple of days ago. That's incredible.
Yeah, he'll win tonight by more than 10 points. That's a given. I suspect it may even be like Michigan, where the polls have it completely wrong. He's certainly on a roll right now, and you know, Hillary, what can she get? 200 people out at a rally. Bernie's getting thousands and thousands of people. Hillary's in big trouble, even in New York.
But Christopher, isn't, I mean, you may not like the language, but isn't the fix in with the super delegates? I mean, there's all kinds of talk. Bernie's not talking about a brokered convention. He's talking about going and convincing the super delegates to change their position. But, you know, you could win a state, as Donald Trump has alluded to on the Republican side, and lose the delegates. But on the Democrat side, it's compounded with these super delegates.
Yeah, well, the Democratic superdelegates will go the way of the party primary votes. I mean, they always have, they always will, they will again this year. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. And, you know, as for New York, look, New York's a closed primary. Bernie does okay, does well in open primaries. In New York, you've got to be a registered Democrat to vote in the Democratic primary. She was also a senator from this state, and the entire state organization is going to support her. Bernie Sanders' ceiling is Zephyr Teachout's ceiling, which was 43%. And I don't even think he gets there. I think he kind of falls short of that, because I just think that Democrats from New York know the good job she did when she was a senator from New York, and will support her for that.
All right, Jim, on the other side, what's trending on the Gateway Pundit when it comes to this race?
Well, you know, some of the exit polls right now from Wisconsin show that Ted Cruz is picking up the evangelicals for the first time. Donald Trump is ahead with the people who think trade is important. And we also saw that 1/3 of the voters on the Republican side tonight are independents. So that will likely help Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Christopher. This is a race, as we've said, and everybody knows, Cruz has to win. If Trump could pull this off, I mean, it's just over.
Well, yeah, and you know, those numbers are all correct, but one number I also want to point out, that this is a state where evangelical voters are only making up about 35% of Republican primary voters. So even though Cruz is winning them, they're a much smaller percentage of the vote, as they were in the South, where Donald Trump was actually winning evangelicals over Ted Cruz. I am not convinced that Ted Cruz is going to win tonight. I think it's going to be very close statewide. I don't know that Donald Trump's organization is going to pull him over the finish line. I know that Ted Cruz has got a much better, stronger, well-organized machine in Wisconsin. Plus, he's got the backing of the Wisconsin organization that Governor Walker has given over to him. So, you know, it's going to be a close race tonight. My gut tells me Cruz wins it by a very small margin, not the big margin people think he's going to get. Right, and that means we go to New York, where Trump's got to be favored.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, very briefly, we got a minute. Jim, on The View today, Hillary Clinton doubled down on an unborn not having constitutional rights, and she said right up until the moment of birth, till the baby's delivered, no constitutional rights. This is not what the mainstream of America believes or agrees with. Is this going to be a huge issue?
It ought to be. It's disgusting, isn't it? I mean, we're talking babies. We have the technology today that they can live at 5 months, you know, after being born at, preemies at 5, 6 months. It's disgusting that she would say that. I don't know. It's so barbaric. Unbelievable that the Democratic leader right now is promoting something like that.
What about it, Christopher?
People who vote on choice don't vote for Democrats anyway anymore. They haven't in about 20 years. So, no, it's not going to be an issue. It's definitely a primary issue. She's got to be very pro-choice to win the Democratic primary, but it is not a general election issue anymore.
All right, we shall see. Gentlemen, thank you both. Christopher Hahn, Jim Hoft, appreciate it very, very much. We're going to continue, ladies and gentlemen, and get the expert opinion of Congressman Steve King from the great state of Iowa. He will join us next right here on Newsmax Television on the Steve Malzberg Show. We are live.